hostile chants, personal insults, and a boiling New York crowd. Day 2 of the Ryder Cup turned into a cauldron of abuse. But under the fiercest pressure, Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry stood tall, silenced the jeers, and delivered a statement point that carried Europe to the brink of an unforgettable away victory. A hostile afternoon at Bethpage, the Ryder Cup is always intense, but at Bethpage Black, the atmosphere reached another level. On Saturday, the New York crowd crossed lines, hurling personal abuse at European stars. McIlroy and Lowry were targeted with crude barbs about their appearance and personal lives. Fans shouted during backswings, breaking golfing etiquette. On the 10th tee, Shane Lowry had to be physically restrained after nearly confronting a heckler. Even McIlroy, normally composed, admitted it was one of the most challenging days of his Ryder Cup career. The abuse crosses, the line European captain Luke Donald confirmed that the fans went too far. What I consider crossing the line is personal insults and making sounds when they are trying to hit on their backswings or very close to their routines. That did happen a little bit. It's something we prepared for, and I can see how well Rory and Shane dealt with it. The abuse began shockingly early. At 7:10 a.m., before the opening tee shot, even a Bethpage MC joined in, leading the crowd in an expletive-filled chant about McIlroy. The Northern Irishman could only grin, blowing kisses at the fans who told him where to go, tension everywhere. It wasn't just McIlroy and Lowry facing hostility. Elsewhere on the course, Justin Rose clashed with Bryson DeChambeau's caddy after he strayed too close while Rose was putting on the 15th green. Rose admitted he maybe wasn't as polite as he should have been, but described the moment as a natural reaction in the heat of a Ryder Cup battle. The exchange pulled in Tommy Fleetwood, and even Scotty Scheffler's caddy, adding more fire to an already volatile afternoon. McIlroy and Lowry's response. Despite the hostility, McIlroy and Lowry produced a masterclass in resilience. Calm when it mattered most, the close friends delivered a vital fourballs win, sealing victory on the 18th green. That moment unleashed pure emotion. They embraced tightly in celebration, no longer hearing insults, only the sweet sound of European fans singing their names. Lowry admitted, "We knew what we were going to get coming here. It was a very tough day. Being out with Rory doesn't make it any easier. I think he's getting the brunt of it, but we dealt with it very well." The scoreboard advantage, their point was more than symbolic. It pushed Europe towards a commanding 11-1-2, 4-1-2 lead heading into Sunday's singles. With 14-1-2 points needed to secure victory, Europe was now just 3 points away from their first away Ryder Cup win since 2012. McIlroy's iron will throughout the day. McIlroy faced the harshest abuse, but instead of letting it break him, he used it as fuel. He backed away from shots, reset, and refocused. He responded with smiles and blown kisses. And when it mattered most, he let his golf do the talking. This blend of defiance and brilliance turned him into the symbol of Europe's resilience on one of the most hostile days in Ryder Cup. History Day 2 at Bethpage will be remembered, not just for Europe's dominance, but for how Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry silenced the noise. They endured the insults, resisted confrontation, and walked off the 18th green victorious, carrying Europe to the edge of glory. In the end, the fans roared, the insults flew, and the tension boiled over. But McIlroy and Lowry answered in the only way that mattered, with golf, with grit, and with victory.